If you're watching this, there's a good chance you feel it too. That constant background hum of being drained. You wake up tired. You scroll through your day feeling like you're running on empty, and by the evening, even the things you love feel like too much effort. You might call it burnout or laziness or just being a teenager. But I want to tell you something I learned the hard way. You're not tired from living. You're tired from the way your mind is processing life. For the longest time, I thought the solution was to do more. More coffee, more motivational videos, more pushing through. It was like trying to fix a phone with a cracked screen by just turning up the volume. It didn't work. The problem wasn't the output, it was the input. My mind had become a noise factory. Imagine your attention is a clean, quiet room. That's how you were born. Now, from the moment you wake up, imagine trucks backing up to that room and dumping piles of information into it. Every notification, every TikTok, every news headline, every piece of gossip, every homework assignment, every you should from the world. Memes, drama, politics, exams, comparisons, ads. Most of it isn't even yours. It's mental garbage. And you're the one who has to live in that room, trying to find your own thoughts under all that trash. Is it any wonder you're exhausted? This is the first energy leak, the infinite scroll in your head. Science says we have between 50,000 to 70,000 thoughts a day. And guess what? Only a tiny fraction of those are useful, productive thoughts, the ones that lead to action. The rest? Static. It's commentary. It's worry about things you can't control, reruns of awkward conversations, and fragments of songs you don't even like. Your brain is a browser with 10,000 tabs open, and 9,990 of them are playing annoying autoplay videos. So, step 1 of our energy reboot isn't about adding something. It's about a radical cleanup. It's about declaring war on the noise. Your first mission, become an information detective, for 3 days. For the next 3 days, your job is not to change anything. Just observe. Carry a small notebook or use a notes app. Pay attention to what you're feeding your mind. What are you scrolling through? How does that content make you feel after 20 minutes? Anxious? Angry? Inadequate? Or inspired and informed? Who are you talking to? After hanging out with certain friends or family, do you feel energized or drained? What are you listening to in the background? The constant podcast, the music, the TV on in the other room? Don't judge yourself. Just collect data. Because you can't manage what you don't measure. At the end of 3 days, ask the brutal question, is this information useful or is it just noise? Is it building me up or wearing me down? Then take one simple, powerful action, the unfollow/unsubscribe cleanse. Go through your social media. If an account makes you feel worse about yourself or fills you with pointless drama, or just kills time without giving anything back, unfollow. Mute. You're not being rude, you're being a curator of your own mind. Create at least one quiet hour in your day. No phone, no music, no input. Just you, your thoughts, or maybe a walk outside. This is how you start turning down the volume in the noise factory. You reclaim the quiet room. This isn't about missing out. It's about making space for what actually matters to you. When you stop drowning in everyone else's noise, you can finally start hearing your own voice. And that voice is where your real energy is hiding. We've just silenced the factory floor. But the machine itself, your mind, has some bad habits. In the next part, we'll go inside and deal with the programs that are running in the background and draining your battery dry, the unfinished business and the emotional baggage you're carrying around. Welcome back. If you did even a little bit of that noise cleanup, you might already feel a slight shift. A little more space. That's your energy starting to flow back into areas it couldn't reach before. But we're not done. Silencing the external noise is like turning off a blaring radio. Now, we need to deal with the internal chatter, the programs running in the background of your own mind. This brings us to the second and third energy leaks. The browser of unfinished business and the backpack of grudges. Let's start with the browser. Imagine your brain's focus is like your computer's RAM, working memory. Every single thing you've said you'll do but haven't is an open browser tab. That homework assignment you're avoiding? Open tab. That text you need to reply to but keep forgetting? Open tab. That promise to clean your room, to start that project, to have a difficult conversation? All open tabs. They might be minimized, but they're still running. They're using up processing power, whispering you should be doing this in the background. This constant low-level anxiety is called the Zeigarnik effect. Our brains hate unfinished loops and will cling to them, draining our mental energy until we close them. Your mission, the tab closeout. Grab a piece of paper. Seriously, do it now. Title it Open Tabs. Set a timer for 10 minutes and brain dump everything that's hanging over you. Big, small, stupid, important. Finish science report. Apologize to Sam. Find lost earring. Research summer jobs. Change laptop password. Don't filter. Just empty your head onto the page. Now here's the simple magical rule, the 5-minute rule. Look at each item. Can you do it in 5 minutes or less? If yes, do it right now. Reply to that text. Put those clothes in the hamper. Send that email. The immediate relief is incredible. For anything that takes longer, you must schedule it. Don't just write, do science report. That's vague and scary. Write, Sunday 2 p.m. 4 p.m. Work on science report outline. Put it in your calendar. Your brain now trusts that it has a plan and can let go. You've just closed a dozen mental tabs and freed up gigabytes of brain RAM. Now let's talk about the heavier stuff. The backpack of grudges. Every hurt, every slight, every time someone did you wrong and you're still thinking about it, that's not just a memory. It's a rock. And you're carrying a backpack full of these rocks, everywhere you go. Your ex who said that mean thing. The friend who left you out. The teacher who was unfair. The parent who doesn't understand. Holding a grudge is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to get sick. It only hurts you. It's a constant, slow drain on your emotional energy. Your mission, the rock audit. On a new page, write rocks in my backpack. List the people or situations you're still holding on to. This is private. No one will see it. Next to each one, write down this truth: carrying this rock is my choice. Then ask, what does carrying this rock give me? Does it make me feel like a victim? Does it give me an excuse not to move forward? Does it let me avoid forgiveness? Your goal is not to be best friends with the person who hurt you. Your goal is to set the rock down. Forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you. It's declaring, this event no longer gets to rent space in my head for free. Imagine unzipping that heavy backpack and leaving it by the side of the path. Feel how much lighter you would walk. You've now closed the draining background programs and dropped the heavy weight you've been carrying. Your system is running cleaner. But there's an even deeper layer. The very operating system you're running on might not be your own. That's what we tackle next. So far, we've done some serious system maintenance. We've quieted the noise factory and closed a bunch of energy-draining tabs and programs. Good job. But what if the biggest leak isn't a program you're running, but the entire operating system itself? What if you're not even running on your authentic software? This is the fourth and most insidious energy leak, the self-hack. Living on borrowed code. From the moment we're born, the world starts uploading code into us. Parents, teachers, friends, social media, ads, they all have ideas about who you should be. Be successful. Be popular. Study this. Buy that. Look like this. Act like that. This is called introjection, swallowing other people's rules and values whole, without checking if they actually fit you. It's like trying to run your unique, powerful mind on someone else's buggy, outdated software. The result? A constant system conflict. A deep feeling of this isn't me, which drains more energy than anything else. You know the signs, doing things because you should, not because you want to. Feeling apathetic or bored by the path you're on. A vague sense of being a fraud in your own life. Your mind and body will rebel against this self-hack. You'll procrastinate, forget important things, feel chronically tired. It's your system's way of saying, error. Code mismatch. Your mission, the source code check. This is a quiet, honest conversation with yourself. Find some calm time and ask these questions, writing down the first things that come to mind. No filtering. The should versus want audit. Look at your main life areas: school, friends, hobbies, future dreams. For each, ask, am I doing this because I truly want to, or because I feel I should? Whose voice is behind that should? My parents? Society? My friends? The energy compass. What activities, even small ones, make you lose track of time? What makes you feel genuinely alive, not just distracted? That's a clue to your authentic code. The permission slip. Give yourself permission to want something different. Write this down. I give myself permission to like what I like and want what I want, even if it's not what others expect. This isn't about dropping out of school or rebelling wildly. It's about reclaiming authorship. Start micro-small. This week, choose one tiny thing to do solely because it aligns with your want. Listen to music you secretly love but think is uncool. Wear the outfit that feels like you, not like the trend. Spend an hour on that weird hobby no one gets. This is you writing your own code line by line. The energy that comes from this alignment is pure fuel. Now let's deal with the final mental virus, the catastrophe simulator, also known as anxiety and fear. Fear is your brain's ancient security system shouting, danger. But often it's malfunctioning, seeing danger in a text message, a test, a social situation. It locks your system into panic mode, burning enormous energy without giving you a way to fight or flee. You're just stuck, vibrating with anxious energy. Your mission: install the Plan B patch. When you feel that fear spike, heart racing, mind racing about the future, don't just feel it. Interrogate it. Get a notebook and force your fear to get specific. Worst case scenario. Okay, fear. What's the absolute worst that could happen here? Let's say I fail this test completely. Reality check. What's the actual probability of that worst case? Is it 90% or 10%? The backup plan. If that worst case did happen, what would I do? What's my plan B? Example: I'd get a bad grade, but I could talk to the teacher, do extra credit, or learn from it for the final. My life would not be over. By doing this, you switch your brain from helpless panic mode into problem-solving mode. You regain control. You're no longer a victim of the what if, you're the creator of a what then. This simple patch dramatically reduces the energy drain of chronic anxiety. Your mind's software is now cleaner, more authentic, and more secure. But a powerful OS needs a healthy machine to run on. In the final part, we'll optimize the hardware, your incredible energy-generating body. We've come a long way. We've managed the information, organized our mental tasks and emotions, and even started rewriting our internal software to be more authentic. This is huge. But all of this, every clear thought, every moment of peace, every spark of motivation, runs on a biological platform. Your body. This isn't just a container for your mind, it's the actual power plant. And if the plant is mismanaged, no amount of mental hacking will keep the lights on for long. This is the fifth energy layer, the neglected power plant. We often treat our bodies like inconvenient vehicles. We feed it junk fuel, skip maintenance, run it on no sleep, and then get mad when it sputters. We forget that willpower, focus, and emotional resilience aren't just abstract concepts. They are neurochemical states. And you have direct control over your internal chemistry. Let's optimize the two most critical systems: sleep and movement. Sleep, the non-negotiable reboot. Sleep is not downtime. It is active, critical maintenance. It's when your brain washes away the day's metabolic trash, literally, through the glymphatic system, files memories and repairs tissues. Skimping on sleep is like taking your power plant offline for maintenance and then trying to run the whole city at full capacity. It will fail spectacularly. The rule: your bedtime is more important than your wake-up time. Aim for consistency. Try to go to bed and wake up within the same 60-minute window, even on weekends. This sets your circadian rhythm, your body's master clock. The ritual: an hour before bed, initiate power plant wind down. Dim the lights. Get off blue light screens, use night mode if you must. Do something calming. Read a book, real one, listen to calm music, stretch gently. Tell your nervous system the workday is over. The goal: 7 to 9 hours. Not 5, not 6. This is the single biggest return on investment move for your energy. Movement, the stress flush. When your mind is stressed from all those tabs, rocks, and fears we discussed, it floods your body with chemicals like cortisol and adrenaline, the alert hormones. In a real emergency, you'd use them to fight or flee. But in modern life, you often just sit with them. That stagnant stress soup is toxic. It causes inflammation, brain fog, and fatigue. The fix: you have to metabolize the stress. You do this through movement. This isn't about getting ripped or running a marathon. The rule: every single day. 30 minutes of moderate movement. A brisk walk. A dance session in your room. A bike ride. Yoga. Jumping jacks. Your goal is not to punish your body, but to flush the stress chemicals out of your system. Think of it as taking out the biological trash. Afterward, you'll feel clearer, calmer, and more energized. It resets your entire system. Now, with a cleaner, better-run power plant, we can talk about the final piece: direction. Energy without purpose is like electricity with no circuit. It just dissipates. The final key to locking in sustainable energy is to give it a destination. This is your North Star. Your final mission: define your North Star, the 1% rule. You don't need to know your life's ultimate purpose. That's huge and scary. You just need a direction that feels true and exciting right now. Something that gets you out of bed. Ask, what is one thing I'm curious about or drawn to that feels like mine? Learning a language? Coding? Art? Writing? Understanding psychology? A sport? Helping a cause? Now, apply the 1% rule. Every day do one tiny non-negotiable thing that moves you 1% closer to that. Not 100%. Not 50%. Just 1%. Today's 1%. Watch one 10-minute tutorial. Tomorrow's 1%. Practice for 15 minutes. The next day's 1%. Sketch one idea. This is how you build a circuit of meaning. Your daily energy has a place to flow. You wake up with a small mission. This forward momentum, this sense of agency and growth, is the most powerful antidote to existential fatigue. It tells your brain, we are going somewhere worthwhile, and your entire being rallies to support that. Putting it all together, your energy reboot protocol. This isn't a linear checklist you finish. It's a new operating manual. Review it often. Manage inputs, clean the noise factory. Close the loops, shut the mental tabs, drop the rocks. Run authentic code, live from your want, not your should. Maintain the hardware, sleep, move, fuel well. Power the circuit, follow your 1% North Star. You started this feeling drained, thinking it was just how life is. Now you know the truth. Fatigue is not your default state. It's a signal. A signal that somewhere in this system, input, processes, software, hardware, or direction, there's a leak. You now have the map to find it and plug it. The energy was always yours. You just needed to learn how to stop it from leaking out. Now go reboot.